Hey, what's up, Colts Nation? I'm Josh Hudgens from the Common Colt Podcast, and we have some breaking news as Jim Irsay has all but ruled out Anthony Richardson for the rest of the season. Obviously, this news was initially reported by Ian Rappaport yesterday, but now Jim Irsay has gone and spoke with Stephen Holder of ESPN and said this. It's most likely that he's probably going to be gone for the year. I mean, it's not definite, but he probably misses this year, and we're going to have to contend with that factor. Jim Irsay then goes on to say that the debate's still going, but it's probably going to lead towards surgery in the next week or so. We're just trying to figure out exactly how and when and what we want to do and what Anthony wants to do. So obviously the Colts have been speaking with doctors across the world, across the United States, trying to make sure that they get this right. Obviously, being Colts fans, we know what it's like to have our star quarterback having shoulder injuries and kind of our maybe PTSD that's come with that. So I know the initial shock value of this is terrible. It sucks. But taking a step back, knowing that the Colts are being smart with this, they're making sure that Anthony Richardson does get healed up 100%. They're not going to rush him back to damage this thing more just for ticket sales or just to see if he can develop throughout his rookie year. I think they're playing this smart and they're playing it conservatively. And I like what the organization is doing in terms of his long-term health and long-term future. This guy is 21 years old, and I know the narrative is out there already that Anthony Richardson is injury prone. And the truth is his reckless play style this season has kind of maybe earned that title. Now, in this time off, there's things that Richardson can do besides rehab. I mean, he can still get mental reps. He's going to be able to watch Gardner Minshew play, and he can still learn from that. He can still listen to play calls. He can still speak with the offensive coordinator and other quarterbacks around the league. So those mental reps will still be there. This isn't a complete lost season for Anthony Richardson. Second of all, I think this gives him time to reevaluate some things, not just his play style, but reevaluate his diet, reevaluate his workout routine. I know he's a big, strong, bulky guy, but I know this might be a bad word for us Colts Nation, but Tom Brady, the guy, wasn't the most muscular guys in the world, but he was flexible. You hear about the TB12 method and all the diet he had and kind of the mobility and flexibility stuff he used. And there's no denying the guy's health was great late into his 40s. So this gives Richardson an opportunity to speak with the best doctors in the world and try to get right and try to make sure he has a long, extended career. So while this news is obviously unfortunate, I do think that there is some good that can come of this. The Colts, realistically, we weren't going to compete this year for Super Bowl. The playoffs, maybe. I'm not sure that Gardner Minshew is going to be able to put the team on his back and lead us to the playoffs. Honestly, I like Minshew. I think that he's done good for us so far, but I think he's incredibly limited as a player, as a passer. And the more he plays, the more teams are going to see that. They're going to see how the Colts use him and then how to counteract that. So I do think that the Colts could get on a bit of a skid here, honestly, but it still could be good for us long term. Again, getting your star quarterback healthy is most important. And then, hey, if we're picking top 15 again, it allows us to be in a position where we can then trade up in the draft, get a big time receiver, or do what we need to do to build around Anthony Richardson. This isn't a 1-year build here. It's a long term complete rebuild. And we just got to accept that at this point. So Colts Nation, kind of a sad day, but overall, I do think that there will be good that comes of this. We just have to hope Anthony Richardson can get healthy. And let's just hope that happens. If you can go ahead, subscribe to our channel. We're really close to 2,000 subs. It'd mean a bunch if you did. Hey, thanks again for watching the Common Colt Podcast, and have a great day.